そうね。次は、クレリックの方行ってみる？バーサーカーより全然いいわ、音の方が。あとはクレリックがどうなるかだね。クレリックはどんなとこなんだろうな。アウトローのコンパニオンのナスティだっけがなんかここに用事がある、ここのキャラと関係があるっぽいけど。さてさて。いきなり技術力がすげえ。あ、こんなシステム。
Why is the food so bad?
Ignadon's rocky soil isn't the best for growing things.
まあ土地が痩せてるの
We have to
か。
supplement with manufactured substitutes.
まあ交渉はしてやれるよ。
Negotiate the food supplies for you.
This will take tact. I don't want guns waved around. There's to be no bloodshed.
了解了解。
If you really want to make a difference and help us start working together, then I'm prepared to trust you. They put together survival packs with fresh meat in them. They're hunters, you see. If you could get me 20 of those packs.
What are you doing out here?
Here, we are the farmers of industry.
工業農業。
While there are those who tend the land to grow food, we feed industry.
Why don't you just have the machines work for you?
They claim it's too tricky for robots. I think it's just too tricky for the programmers. They assumed mining was easy, and so several flat robots proved them wrong. Well,
それは無理なんだ。
enough for the front line is the Hort's first priority. Besides, there's more to mining than boring and smashing. Not that the people they send here are always better than machines. Cross a suggester, and there's a good chance you'll get sent here to try and mine out rock after someone's rewired your brain.
What do you want doing?
It's a bit of an ask, but an outsider's my best bet for getting it done. You see, I want Eli to disappear. He's a prisoner here, and he's... well, he's a threat to the community.
やっぱそういうわだかまりあんの
The
か。
suggesters are saying they can correct him. That they can put him in armor and send him out with weapons. And I am telling you, the guy is a ticking time bomb. That can only end badly.
Why do you think he's dangerous?
I saw it in his eyes. There was nothing but blank hate there. I don't care how strong those suggesters think they are.
And you want me to do that?
I know it's a lot to ask, but, well, yes. It's your choice.
ストームソン。ストームソンくんじゃん。久しぶり。まだ弓持ってんの？
Are you Stormson, the Berserker?
And? Who are you? Oh, I can see from that look. Angrim sent you, didn't he?
How did you get here from a den?
いや、見た目からじゃわからんだろ。俺アウトローだからね、今。
As we left Goliad, we ran into a group of clerics. The guards, the ones Angrim sent to kill me, decided to pick a fight. They lost.
まあ、そりゃな。
Saw I was a prisoner and gave me a choice. Fight, leave and be free, or come and join them. A choice. An actual, real choice. Not like Angrim. And so I'm here. And so, now you found me. And so, what happens now?
まあ、生かしとくよ。
Angrim wants you dead, but I'll let you live.
You travel half the world and you'll let me live? How can I trust you?
You'd prefer it if I just killed you?
Now you do sound like you've come from Angrim. No, I'll live. Now I finally got a chance to. But if you do go back to Goliad, tell Akira I'm doing alright.
仲良しかよ、お前ら。
If she can ever tear herself from her plants, she knows where to find me.
了解。俺、あそこで盗み働いたから、まだ、帰れないかもしれんけどな。
You didn't come here to pray, did you?
ああ、びっくりした。
I can spot the devout. And you don't look like you're here to ask for divine assistance. Am I right?
まあ、そうだけ
You're
ど。
right. I don't need assistance.
Ha! I knew it. You know, there is a reason why I wanted to talk to you. For all the thirst for knowledge in this place, people can be a little...
focused. They want logic, straight answers. They forbid anyone from looking deeper into things. And that's crazy. I mean, knowledge is wisdom. Wisdom brings you closer to Kalan. So what's wrong with getting some answers? Which brings me to you. I'm betting you have answers, and I'm betting you're the curious type. Have you ever heard of the prophet Arvid?
いや、知らん。
No. Should I have?
Oh yeah, he's the founder of our order. The
あ、そう
reason
なの
why the clerics exist.
創始者。どうせいないんじゃねえの。
Well, sure, okay. Like I said, he's the founder of our order. He was born about 200
あ、
years
200
ago,
年
we
前か。
think, and he was the first to be enlightened by Kalan. After the comet hit, it was his burden and his privilege to lead people into a new future, to save those who had survived. The first followers were here, in the Horde. They had saved technology from destruction, and Kalan showed them how that technology could be used to help all the people of Magalan. They reached out to others, but not everyone listened. You can see what became of the rest when you look to Tavar.
What did Arvid do?
He wrote the rules that have bound us here in the Horde. And our ancestors began research on how Elex could be used for the good of all. With it, even though our community was small, we were able to defend ourselves from the malice of the
道徳
godless.
な悪意も、うん。そうね、曖昧だよね。
All seems a bit vague.
Yes, I know. I mean, some details have been lost in time. Some believe Arvid still remains among us, although that is nonsense. Some uneducated people wanted to proclaim him a god, even during his lifetime, but he always spurned this idea. It is likely that he saw
ブ
his
ッダ
time
みたいでした
coming.
な。
According to the lore, grief about the unreasonableness of people tore him apart
ブッダ
from
じゃん。
the inside. And when he could take the pain no longer, it is said that he left the people with the words of Kalan and went into the Great Light. Scholars are still arguing to this day about what the Great Light is exactly. Some say that he rose to heaven to Kalan. Others claim that he set forth to find the reason for the crater. But that's exactly my point. I want to know more, but only certain scholars are allowed to see the text. But there's something about Arvid, something about those early works that doesn't make sense. And I can't work out why. But will they let me in the archives to study his writings? No. I sneaked in, they threw me out. I was lucky to avoid re-education. Concentrate on what's right here, right now, they told me. It is only possible to change the future if you draw the correct conclusions from the past, they said.
So you need access to the archives.
No. Well, yeah, that would be great, but for now, I just need a book. All that I want is a copy of Arvid's teachings. There has to be a written copy, or a recorded copy somewhere. It's just not available to us out here. And that bugs me. So, do you think you can get into the archives and get it for me?
チークフリート強そう。
Hey, do you have my package?
What package?
What? Oh, excuse me. Just forget it.
What are you doing here?
I'm a chemist.
あ、ケミスト
The mechs from season up. Just a simple
サイエン
chemist,
ティ
that's
スト
all.
とかメカニックじゃないんだ。
Aren't you interested in what?
アンナ。
Visitor, whatever brings you to the Hort. Welcome, I guess. Say, how well do you know the area outside the Hort? I guess you can take care of yourself if you've managed to make it here.
What's that to you?
Well, you see, if you can handle yourself, I could use your help.
What do you need help with?
A squad of combat mechs has gone haywire. They're refusing remote shutdown and are attacking anything that moves. I sent a recovery party to attempt a reset, but they're late making their report. I've got to find out what happened to the recovery party and what's gone wrong with those mechs. There's another squad of mechs due off the assembly line, and I need to know what's gone wrong before they go haywire too. It's probably a faulty batch of AI chips. That's my guess. But I need someone to go out there and check the chipsets so I can check them.
Why don't you fix those mechs yourself?
Oh, no, I've had no field training.
Kalan be with you. What brings you to me? Are you here to pay your tithe?
I'm not here to pay anything.
All who stay here must pay their tithe to honor Kalan. But let's get to the point. As the highest suggester, I don't have much free time, as I'm sure.
あ、こいつがリーダーか。
Suggestion?
The correction of those who have strayed from the path of the pure. As the high suggester, I assist the minds and souls of the lost to return to Kalan's ways through suggestion. Kalan's will works through a skill all clerics must learn. The mind must be free from false teachings. The body pure, free of the poison of Elex. Only then can we be at one with Kalan and his community. As a patriarch, it is my job to guide and advise. The will of Kalan clears the mind.
How do you clear someone's mind?
Through suggestion, we have developed technology, implants that allow us to guide the minds of others. It takes
ロボトミーじゃないそれ。
but it means we can bring people back to the pure path, or suggest to them that they do things that will assist us. It is an art that only the clerics understand.
ああ、これいいな。
Carry Kalan in your
眠たがっとるやん。
And so, another stray comes to seek safety in the arms of Kalan.
Who are you?
I am Oswald. When Brother Rayner found me, I was just a wretched pile of misery.
ライ
I
ナ
was
ー。
blind to who I could be. Rayner built me up, gave purpose to my life. Now, I'm spreading the teachings that saved me from destroying myself.
Tell me more about Kalan.
Before the comet burned the face of Magalan, the prophet Arvid foresaw the danger. He received the teachings of Kalan in whispers, and tried to warn the people of Magalan of the horror that was to come. They must reject the distractions of the world and give themselves over to the pursuit of knowledge. Each must seek the purity of knowledge. Each must seek out the strongest, the fittest, the brightest. And so,
抽象的だ
Kalan
な。
came to the people and promised, if they did this, if they worked together to follow the path to the infinite skies,
インフィニティス
he
カ
would
イ。
save them from the horror that was to come. But they would not listen. And so, the comet destroyed the civilization that was here on Magalan. Now, if we are to survive the dangers that are yet to come, we must listen to the words of Kalan and hear his wisdom. Only the pure will be taken up into the infinite skies. Only under the infinite skies will we truly see all. We must trust in Kalan.
まあ、それを信じてアルブのこの拠点を落とせたのはすごいよな。純粋に。
Where is Kalan supposed to take you?
Up to the infinite skies.
インフィニティスカイって何なんだよ、だから。
Knowledge counts above all.
Stop! Where do you think you're going?
What is this area?
You are here at the chamber,
極者。
palace of sinners. Break the commandments of Kalan and Ignadon, and the chamber will welcome you. Can you walk in and look around? Well, as it happens, you can. Reinhold recently ordered that everyone can enter to see with their own eyes what we do with heretics.
めっちゃマグマじゃん。結構な剥き出しだと思うけど。なんで？何してんのお前は。お前は何をしてんの？なんでさっき動いてなかったんだろう。うわ、怖っ。何これ。
What is it you want? It's prayer time, so make it quick.
なんか、顔スケルトダッサいな、このスーツ。
disturb you. I'm just looking around.
Then carry on, and may Kalan bring you peace. Only an honorable death can purify a tainted soul. And so, I bring honor to the souls who break Kalan's commandments.
This is cruelty.
Think what you want, Berserker. But you will see what happens when you stand before Kalan one day, and he turns you away. Then you will pray for this honor.
And I thought exile was cruel enough.
そう。追放も死刑も大体一緒だと思うけどな。
So, here is the wanderer I have heard about.
You've heard of me?
I know everything that happens here. So much so that some have taken to calling me the Eye of Kalan. I am Reinhold, Judicator. I stand watch for all those in the Hort, and the Hort stands as the guardian for all of Magalan. Such a duty requires vigilance. It means I must ask of everyone who comes here, are you friend or foe? Do you come here to gain the blessings of the clerics, or to oppose us?
それを聞く時点で敵ならなんかやってんじゃないかな。
Yes, I want to become a cleric.
Then Kalan will welcome you.
Where did you get your technological knowledge?
Arvid himself left behind this knowledge. The gathering of old world knowledge, and the order to further it, was his greatest gift to all who have followed him. It has given us the machines that allow our way of life to continue. It has given us the technology we need to be ready for the next challenge we face. So, as you see, science and religion do not have to be mutually exclusive.
Tell me how promotion works within the Horde.
People who are new to our ranks are welcomed as an acolyte. Acolytes can learn the art of suggestion, train and learn the fundamentals of our way of life. The same
じゃあ、サジェスチョンがこういう技か。
Each new rank brings new advantages, obligations, and privileges such as equipment.
Why would I want to become a cleric?
Because we're the last bastion against the Alps. Our strength, our faith, and our
まあ
technology.
一番強そうなのはクレリックだよな、見た目的に。なんでアウトローにやられてんのかよくわかんないけど。
Berserkers roll in the dirt. We have knowledge. The knowledge to make the world into what it once was, and much more. Join us, and you can participate in our knowledge, faith, and our technology. We've recently had to deal with the sad deaths of some of the faithful who wandered right into the arms of a chem dealer. Every one of us suffers temptation, and all must hope they can prevail against it. But those who deal in misery, who exploit the weakness of others, they are a problem that must be eliminated. Complete this task, and you will open the door to becoming a cleric, a true warrior for Kalan.
なんかお前、クエストマーク出てんだけど。
Yes, the newcomer. Now, there is a face that shows the world as it is. Conflict, friendship, betrayal, and trust. Let me get a look at you. Whatever you have seen, you are free of it now. You've reached us here.
This is the worst place to come for that. The clerics define themselves by the past.
The past sets rules for us to follow. But for individuals, each must have a chance to rewrite themselves.
Thank you for your offer. I'll think about it.
You should. You have carried your own burden and that of others for too long. Here you will find others to share that load. Tell me what you want.
The clerics say that they are leading the fight against the Alps. But do you really expect you can beat them with the forces you have here in the Horde?
Faith is a weapon that can achieve much. I believe in Kalan. I believe in the technology he's given us, and in the men and women who carry it. We clerics were the first of the factions to rise after the ashes of the comet, and while other alliances have come and gone, we have prevailed. So, we shall continue to do so, if it is Kalan's will that we should do so. But, if you ask me if we can hold out against the Berserkers, the Outlaws, and the Albs, then I would ask whose interest would the destruction of the Hort serve? And the answer can only be the elves. You've seen them. The converters they build on our lands. The will of Kalan shall be made real. We will drive them from the converter in the north and from the lands of all the free people. The clerics shall prevail, and I hope that other factions can realize this in time to save themselves.
And you think the other faction should serve under the clerics?
We must work together if we are to survive. But we must work together with Kalan to lead us all.
そうだよな。クレリックはリーダーにならんといけんだよな、思想上。
I need an ambassador for this task. Someone who can take my proposals to the other factions. But to know if you are suitable for this role, I must know who you are. And I need an honest answer.
マルブの司令官です。元ですけど。
I don't know who I am now, but I was Jax, an Alp commander.
And you walk in here and confess that? Since when do elves come to talk? Are you lying? Or are you here to kill me? Draw your weapon here, and this cathedral will be a grave to both of us.
I'm not here to kill you. I was Jax. Now, I'm trying to find out who I am.
Then, you have renounced the hybrid and joined the free people?
I am free from Elex. I'm exiled from the Ice Palace. I was betrayed, and now I'm being hunted by my own people.
So you're here seeking protection? To save your own skin? Or have you really escaped the Elex and seen the life there is outside Zekor? Commander Jax, the Alb, standing here. That is not something I would have believed. Yet, here you stand.
I was a wanderer. Now, I seek a cause.
Well, whoever you were shouldn't matter. The present counts for all, and yesterday for little. Kalan says the past is there to teach us, not to judge us. Renounce your past, and you can come to Kalan in wisdom. That will take courage. And in these bleak days, courage is vital if we are to save this world. But you must have questions. Ask, and may Kalan bring you enlightenment.
If that is so important, why entrust it to someone who has just walked in through your
ああ、
door?
まあ確かにな。すぐすぎるよな。
People so easily.
I trust my faith, and there is something about you that tells me you have a part to play in all that will come. Faith will show me the way. But perhaps you are intended for a different role. Will you go out as an ambassador to the free people? Speak to those who lead the other factions. Find me someone with experience. Someone independent. Someone who can lead. That in itself will give you a hand in shaping all our futures.
I will find you your experienced commander.
Good. Then go out to the other free people. This commander will be a symbol of the need for us all to work together. Be they separatist, berserker, or outlaw. Find someone with experience of leading troops in battle.
本当人手不足なんだな。
Someone willing to risk themselves to stop the Albs. Someone willing to lead from the front by example.
あ、やっぱそういうこと？こいつをおすすめすんの大丈夫か？
The adjudicator Ulbricht is planning a huge offensive against the Albs in Ignadon.
Good. Then the clerics and the Albs can take care of each other. It's the clerics' damn fault we have the Albs in the first place.
Ulbricht needs a field commander. I think you should take that command.
Me? Why would I help the clerics clear up their problems?
And with Ignadon gone, where do the Albs go next?
Idan. They hate the berserkers. Do you really believe in all this shit? Causes don't get you anywhere. Why should I fight for them?
Albs want all the Elex, be it in Ignadon, Idan, or Tavar. They will come here.
And you think fighting a battle in Ignadon for the clerics will help? And what difference am I supposed to make?
You captured the fort, didn't you? And you want a new challenge. Destroying the Albs converter in Ignadon. Now that's a challenge.
And this cleric is so desperate he'll ask an outlaw to lead his men?
He needs an experienced commander who can help bring the free people together. And he's desperate.
Well, if it's desperate times, that's what I do
すげえなこいつ。
I'm in.
You're sure?
I took the fort. I planned it. I led it. What have I done since? So sure, whatever. Let's go and fuck up some albs. Better than wasting away here.
If we can convince them you can lead their force.
They know my history. They know I can lead. I'm ready to deal with any troll shit they think about me.
A chem-dealing outlaw who kills clerics and doesn't believe in Kalan?
You think they can deal with that? Then, I'm in. As long as you join me in this. I'll leave for the Hort and talk to this Ulbricht. You better not be troll-shitting me about this. And you better be ready to fight.
まあ、縁か。いやでも、バソーンみたいな光何？あれサジェスト？もしかして。まあまあ、いいか。いいわ。まあいいわ。どうしようかな。こんだけあるからな。クレリックのミッションを先にするかどうかってとこだよね。